know you can play it. Let's go!
The Green Bay Packers is going to be a really, really, really good football team. You add Josh Jacobs, you got Jordan Love, who is going to be a superstar in this league. It is only 5 quarterbacks that has ever thrown for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns in their first season.
The Green Bay Packers have a real chance at winning the NFC North in 2024. The NFC North has been dominated by the Packers over the last 30 years, with Green Bay winning the division 15 times in that 30-year window. Last year, the Packers were the youngest team in the NFL with an average age of 25 years and 8 months old. And while some people thought that their youth and inexperience would be their downfall, they could not have been more wrong. What they lacked in experience, they made up for with ingenuity and explosiveness, and they'll likely be the youngest team in the NFL again in 2024. Last season, Jordan Love became the first quarterback not named Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre to start a Week 1 game for the Packers since 1992. Jordan Love, in his first year as a starter, finished the 2023 season with 32 passing touchdowns, which ranked second in the league. He also managed to rack up over 4,000 passing yards, which ranked him 7th. Love is leading the charge again in 2024 as he enters the final year of his rookie contract. And he's got a lot of weapons to choose from. Between Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Jayden Reed, the Packers wide receiver core is plenty capable of getting behind defenses and scoring touchdowns. Last year, it was the rookie Jayden Reed that led the Packers wide receivers in receptions, yards, and total touchdowns. Now, that's pretty impressive for a rookie, but all 3 wide receivers have shown wide receiver 1 potential. Romeo Doubs was tied with Jayden Reed for the most receiving touchdowns on the team with 8, and Christian Watson led the Packers in receiving touchdowns in 2022. So it's hard to predict who's going to be the top wide receiver this year. Either way, it looks like the Green Bay Packers trust Jordan Love enough to let him throw the football without limits this year, and the Packers wide receiver group is going to get a lot of work in 2024. The Packers will also have a new running back in Josh Jacobs this year. Jacobs was fantasy football's running back 1 overall 2 years ago, working as the Raiders' bell cow. He finished the 2022 season with 1,653 rushing yards on 340 carries. Last season, he finished as running back 25, but he missed 4 games due to injury, so it is possible that his workload could be catching up to him. But the Packers do still have A.J. Dillon in the backfield to help alleviate some of the burden. If Josh Jacobs can stay healthy, he can easily finish the 2024 season as a top 10 running back. His pure running ability is going to be a great complement to the passing game, and even though the Packers are sad to see Aaron Jones leave for a division rival, they're fired up about Josh Jacobs and the potential of this Packers offense. The Green Bay Packers have also made some huge changes defensively. This Packers unit is going to look very different than it did last year thanks to Hafley's 4-3 defensive approach. Not only is their defensive scheme going to change, the Packers will also have new players in the secondary after Darnell Savage and Jonathan Owens found homes with other teams. The Packers spent 2 second-round picks in the 2024 draft, beefing up their defense with linebacker Edgerrin Cooper out of Texas A&M and safety Javon Bullard out of Georgia. These guys were dominant in college. Edgerrin Cooper finished his final season at A&M with 84 total tackles and 8 sacks over just 12 games, and Javon Bullard finished his final year at Georgia having only allowed 14 receptions for 119 yards and 0 touchdowns. The Packers also picked up Xavier McKinney from the New York Giants for a little extra juice. Add in Jair Alexander, one of the best corners in the NFL, Rashawn Gary, who picked up 9 sacks in 2023 despite coming off a torn ACL, and Quay Walker, who led the team in tackles for the past 2 seasons, and this defense is looking better than it's looked in years. With this mix of veterans and newbies, the Packers are set to make huge strides in 2024. It's been 13 years since the Packers' last Super Bowl win, and while they haven't won a Super Bowl since 2011, it's important to remember that the Green Bay Packers are more than just a team. They're a piece of NFL history. With this new cast of young players, I think that the Packers have a real chance of winning the NFC North in 2024.